Welcome back to Whatever We Want, a podcast about celebrating storytelling. We talk movies, TV shows, video games, and beyond. And this week, we're discussing if 2023 was the best or worst year in Hollywood history. But first of all, Merry Christmas, Daniel. How's it going?
Yeah, Merry Christmas, man. You really got that beard going, you know?
Yes,
I had to shave.
thank you.
I was getting to the point to where it wasn't experimental anymore. I just looked homeless. But you're rocking it pretty solidly.
Thank you. I think this happened last year where we recorded a lot of Christmas episodes in November, and we're towards the end of November, and I'm trying to make it through No Shave November. I literally almost shaved last night. It's just so annoying. So I think this will be gone in 2 days, whenever December hits. But that's a little peek behind the curtain, because it's December 25th when this episode goes out. So Merry Christmas. I asked Daniel dressed in his best Christmas attire, and he put on
I don't have
a
anything
white shirt.
Christmassy. This isn't any white shirt. It's the extra large.
It's your Christmas white
V-neck
shirt. Oh,
from freaking the wedding.
Excuse
I'm just
me.
baggy it.
That's what Daniel does on Christmas, shows a little extra cleavage. So that's
yeah.
the present to all you viewers.
It's a
your
gift to
video
the world,
viewers.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, joy to the world, they say. Am I right? Yeah, for audio listeners.
Yeah.
Daniel, this is not just for Christmas. He's got
I'm just not.
a red light, which could be confused as
And a green one.
Oh, I do see that. Nice. I've got some green for my spill light, and I have my red on my Christmas sweater.
Yeah. I have red on my hat.
Yeah, nice. Your American flag. I would say that's more of a 4th of July hat, is red, white, and blue.
It's slightly more French, but yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of French, the French have interesting cinema, and we're talking about cinema today. We're talking about, we're basically, we did this last year. Do you like that segue? We're going back through the year, looking at everything that's come out, and kind of just rapid fire is was this good? Was this bad? It's an excuse to look at the media we talked about and that came out this year. Yeah, you're kind of ready to jump in?
Yeah, man.
All right, before we jump in, I have some caveats. So, I mean, obviously,
it's gonna be something.
We can't not mention that the strike happened this year, so that kind of as we'll see, there's kind of a big gap in the second half of the year when everything started getting delayed. So that's just something to consider, that maybe this actually might be one of the worst years in Hollywood in terms of releases, but it's good in terms of I think creatives getting and artists getting protection. So it kind of maybe evens out,
Yeah, potentially.
But we're kind of strictly talking about releases and the content that has come out. But also last year, remember, we kind of came up with that system. We had 2022. It was 2020 poo or 2020 woo. I have a proposal for this year. So we have 2023. So the top's gonna be 2020 wee.
Yeah.
And then the bottom, keeping it in the poo family, 2020
P.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as you said that, I was like, those are the two is gonna be. We're on the. I love that brainwave.
That should be our good 2020 B, a B grade. Is that good with you?
Yeah.
And C, we could have C, 2020 C, if it's completely average.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our scale. 2020 Wii is slam dunk. 2020 B is pretty good. 2020 C is average.
We can honestly do B, C, D, and E, and
True.
then P.
But then we're just kind of getting into a tier list without S and A and F.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll figure it out. We always do, unless we don't, which is fine. So light spoilers ahead for all these projects. First project I got that came out this year was Bad Batch Season 2. Started releasing January 4th, 2023. What'd you think of it?
Oh my god, how did that end? I know I watched it, but the fact that I haven't
I think
question
doesn't doesn't Tech die? The Tech one? He falls off that
dies.
cart.
Yeah.
And then I think they're trying to set up how Palpatine was cloned. That seems to be the idea they're building towards. But and the animation is beautiful. I love this Clone Wars Season 7 style animation. They've continued into this. But just the story isn't really hitting for me as hard as I would have liked,
Same.
I'm going to say 2020 B. Maybe C. B minus.
Maybe C.
2020 B minus. It's decent. Yeah, maybe 2020 C. Okay. That's number one. All right. Next, I completely forgot this came out this year. The Last of Us. I thought that was last year. Feels like a 2022 project, but dude, I actually haven't finished the last episode. I am ashamed to say.
I haven't gone past the first one, but I've played the games. So I know what happens.
But it's such a good show, dude. I would say this is 2020 Wii.
I will agree to that. Based off what I've heard and from what I've already seen.
Agree. agree to that. Okay.
That's what Snoop Dogg's not doing anymore.
What?
He can't agreed.
Oh, dang. All right. Next, we've got that 90s show came out this year. I also saw. It's that 70s show spinoff. I'd say that's 2020D or 2020P, honestly. Like, it kind of had similar vibes to Fuller House, where it was like a spinoff that was trying to capture the magic of the original, but like I don't think it really.
I don't think I've even watched it. And then wasn't there like then the allegations that came up about the one guy?
But I think that was the guy from that 70s show. I don't think he wasn't a part of that 90s show.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
So wait, was this 90s?
I think, unless it's different allegations.
Or 80s?
That 90s show was like a
90s?
spinoff. So that 70s show was the first show that came out like early 2000s.
Yeah, I know that 70s show.
And then that 90s show just came out this year, and it's like set 20 years later. And
Was
it's
it with the same crew?
No, it's with the kids of the original crew. And like the original crew, some of them sometimes make an appearance, but that guy that had the allegations did not appear at all. Like he was not attached. It was just like Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, the guy that played Venom in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Topher Grace, yeah, that's it.
That guy that played Venom.
And the girl that played Donna. I think they came back. And then like the original like parents, they were like kind of big players in the show. Yeah. Like Red or whatever his name is. I'm going to say 2020 P. I don't think it was that good. Like it was like a quick watch.
I didn't have any lore to it.
Okay. All right, next we've got Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania. Thoughts?
P.
Not 2020p, just
P.
Yeah,
it had so much potential, and then it it didn't do anything.
I think an issue that a lot of people have brought up, like not to like say what everyone has said, but like not every Marvel movie has to be like an Avengers Endgame level threat or like battle like Avengers level stakes, really. Like especially like Ant-Man. Like I think the joy of it is it's like a smaller story. Like he's literally small, and they just felt like it blew it out of proportion. And like especially seeing now, having the benefit of hindsight, like seeing what Kang could be set up as with how they did it in Loki as like this menacing guy. Like they kind of just like diminished him a little bit, at least that version of him in Quantumania.
It's like, well, then you bring in the question, like why do we need to have that version of Kang? It's like it seems like there's all these different ideas of Kang, but it wasn't really built out properly with how he was supposed to be like set up, and you know what I mean? It's like Loki did it right, which I'm assuming we're going to get to, but
yeah, we're going in order, man. Come on, that was like November. That was like last month.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. But it's like that did it
do.
right, whereas that was just like it was very forced. They didn't do the character justice, and then it was just like they didn't explain it well at all, and then there's no stakes because then like everything was all good at the end.
Yeah. I also forgot to mention that was February 17th, 2023. I was trying to mention all the dates. Last of Us was January 15th. Bad Batch Season 2 was January 4th. The 90s show was January 19th when it started. But yeah, I mean, and I think, wasn't this the start of Phase 5, Quantumania?
I think so.
Just like not a great
I don't even know.
foot to start on. I don't know the phases anymore. But anyways, next I have Mando Season 3 start coming out March 1st of this year, 2023.
I want to say B.
The
finale
agree.
Is what's making me kind of like about that. But it had a lot of good moments. It had a lot of good storytelling. It wasn't as good as the earlier two seasons, but it was still
it's the worst
a good
out of the
Mando.
3. Yeah, I agree. Like I think because if you look at this season alone, like obviously it's hard to because it like is built off the first two seasons, but looking at just that season alone, that's good Star Wars overall. But the first two seasons were so 2020 wee that like this in comparison, this feels like a drop off in quality slightly. And also there's apparently rumors that like Pedro Pascal's not going to come back for season 4 or something like that, or like,
really,
or like not be in the suit because of his like scheduling conflicts, and like it sounds like it's going like downhill a little bit. All right. Mando Season 3. Creed 3. Threed. This is the year of 3. 2023. Mando Season 3. Creed 3. Dude, it's the year of 3. Ant-Man 3. Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of threes, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Guardians 3 we're getting to. I'm looking down the list.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you say? Sorry?
I was just going to say I'm going to give this a 2020 B.
What did I just say? I got lost in the threes. Creed 3? Oh, no, I'm thinking this is 2020 Wii. I really liked Creed 3. Like, again, I think compared to the first Creed, it's a little I think it's Creed 1 for me, then Creed 3, then Creed 2. I think Creed 3 is fantastic. Just the first Creed was like even better. But I really like Michael B. Jordan. It was his first time directing, like the story behind that, and like he added all those like anime like inspirations or like ties. I really liked. I mean, it's Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan just both jacked, beating the crap out of each other. Like, what's not to love about it? And it was a good story. So I'm saying 2020 Wii.
I feel like the only reason why, like, I'm not that big of like a boxer or boxing like film guy, you know. It's like I was okay.
I gotcha. I think I am more because I really like the original Rockies, and I also do like that this one kind of got away from Rocky and it's like he's establishing his own legacy kind of thing. I like that as well.
Yeah.
All right. Next, let's bring it back. Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I again forgot this one came out this year.
Dude, it's just like. No.
This was supposed to come out 2022, but was delayed.
Imagine if we got Batgirl instead of this.
Yeah, we'll never get Batgirl, but we might get Wile E. Coyote. There's hope. That might have been resolved since we recorded this. Recording this end of November, just so you guys know, because I'm coming home from the holidays, so like I want to get ahead and make sure we have this ready for you. So also like anything that's come out in December, like we haven't seen. Apologies.
But yeah, it was just bad.
It was like there were fun elements. Like I should see what they were trying to do, like the fun hero dynamic. But I think it was just like the hero was too much. Again, I always say this. I have that problem with Zachary Levi and the kid that plays Billy Batson. Like they're not playing the same character. They were just 100% not playing the same version of the character, and they're supposed to be the same. Like he's like an angsty adult now, like the Billy kid, and then Zachary Levi's like playing it up as like a kid. Yeah, I'm saying 2020p for this one.
Yeah, agreed. I might just remove the 2020 again.
What?
Just no 2020. Just straight P.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Wait, sorry. Shazam came out March 17th, 2023. Creed 3 came out March 3rd, 2023. Yeah. All right. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves came out March 31st, 2023. This one pleasantly surprised me. I really like this one.
I'm going to say this is a 2020 Wii. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good story. I thought it felt very much. I mean, you're in the world of D&D, you know, and at the same time,
and it didn't take itself too seriously. Like it was like the perfect level for a D&D movie. Yeah. I actually, when I was doing research for this, like writing out this list earlier today, I was like, are they doing like a sequel for that? Because I would love that, but I don't know if they're going to, because I think the people that did see the movie like loved it. Like critics loved it, audiences loved it, but not enough people saw the movie like overall. Like I think I read that around the time it came out, like it made $200 million gross, and like the budget was like $150 million. So that's like nowhere near the returns it would need to warrant a sequel. But I also don't know if that accounts for like spikes in D&D sales, if they can even track that, or if it's like, I don't know. I feel like to get into D&D, like you have to be like really into D&D. So I don't know if like a general movie audience would like translate into, I'm gonna go play D&D now. Like I consider myself like a nerd, and I didn't do that, you know?
Fair. Yeah.
So 2020, I'm also gonna say 2020 Wii.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next is Air, which came out April 5th, 2023. It was the
it's the one about
Nike,
the shoes.
Yeah, the Air Jordans. I really like this one. Did you see this one?
I didn't even see it.
Dude, this one's a good one. Like it's very short. Like it's a contained story. Ben Affleck directed it, and I think he knew the story he wanted to tell, like the piece of it, and he went in, told that, and got out. Like there wasn't a lot of like I think the whole story of Nike, like I read that book earlier this year about the story of Nike. Like there's so much he could have dove into before this point and after, and he like was really restrained in like what section of the story he chose to tell, and I really liked that from the filmmaking side of things and like the writing of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like a good movie too, like a good kind of biopic or like story, and they've got Jason Bateman in there, Matt Damon. I'm gonna say 2020 Wii. Like I really like this one.
Okay.
It was a win. And next, on the same day, April 5th, 2023, the Super Mario Brothers movie came out.
I also have not seen that yet.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I really had to pee. I actually had to pee during this one to the end, but I would not say it's 2020p.
I'd probably give it like a 2020 B or C based off what I've seen or heard.
I'd say B. At like least B. Because like
okay.
I feel like it could have been like I always get worried with Illumination because like Despicable Me I really liked, but everything after that, like I felt like it's been kind of like
I
a
was just
cash
drained.
grab. And
Yeah.
I think this one definitely still was like a cash grab and worked, but like it felt like it like paid homage to the source material a bit, but like was also like just like a good fun kids movie. Well, and like Chris Pratt continuing his reign over the voice acting world again.
Yeah, man. Like, you and I
It
talked
could've been
about this before,
Yeah,
but like the
sorry.
Garfield thing really threw me off.
Yeah.
That threw me off so much.
I really think that this could have been a bigger cash grab than it ended up being. Like it could have been like way cheesier and just like a simple cash grab, but it was a fun movie. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I'm sure they'll do a sequel, and I think they're also doing like a Zelda movie they're rumoring or something.
Yeah, I heard about that. Link is going to be voiced by Chris Pratt.
Yeah, and Zelda is gonna be voiced by him. All right, next, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 came out May 5th, 2023. I think this is similar to Mando, where I think it might be, in my opinion, one of the weakest of the Guardians films, but that's a very strong trilogy. So I think I'm still gonna give this 2020 Wii, in my opinion.
Agreed. Yeah. Like it's still a fun watch, and it's still there's still a lot of heart in it.
Yeah, I really feel bad like phrasing it that way, like saying like this is the weakest of the Guardians films, but it's still like a fantastic movie. It's just the other two I like just slightly more, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is also like one of the best things Marvel has done in a while.
Like and like well that'd be Phase 5 right then, right? So yeah.
Yeah. Next, did you see Blackberry? That movie?
No, but I saw clips from it.
Okay. I watched it on a plane and I really enjoyed it. It's kind of like The Social Network, like before Blackberry. It's not like as good as The Social Network, but it's still a really fun watch. Wait, did we say Guardians Volume 3 2020 Wii? I'll say that.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Blackberry, if you haven't seen it, but like you should see it. I watched it on the flight back.
I'd say
from Evan's
2020 B.
B for Blackberry.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Meant to be.
alliteration.
Oh my gosh.
It's meant yeah.
All right.
Blackberry B.
Blackberry.
It's just forcing B anywhere there's a near sound of it.
Eventually, just saying B. B, 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 B. All right. Next on this list, I haven't seen either of these, but they were big movies that came out. Fast X and the live action Little Mermaid. They both came out May 2023.
Yeah, I also haven't seen either of them.
Out of those two, which would you rather watch first?
It's both bad. I'd probably watch X because at least there's the action in it.
Oh,
you know?
really? I would choose Little Mermaid because I
No.
haven't seen any of the Fast and Furious movies, and I don't want to have to watch 10 movies or 9 movies to get up to Fast X.
I wouldn't. I just watch that one and be like, this is the peak of it. I don't need any more.
But at least with Little Mermaid, you get like some nostalgia. Like, oh, I remember when I enjoyed this.
But that's the thing. I don't think it would be good nostalgia. I think it would just be very like just shittily done.
I feel so
like,
bad we haven't seen the movie.
remakes.
Like, my mom said she liked it. You could say I'm not racing to theaters to see Fast X.
I thought you were gonna make like a race joke because
No! Oh my gosh, Daniel!
I was like, Jake, what the fuck?
Pump the brakes. Haha.
But yeah,
Okay.
no, it's just like I just don't like any of the new Disney like live action or like quote unquote live action stuff. It's just like if just
we should
leave
do
the old
we should do an episode where
OGs
we rank
be OGs.
where we rank the Disney live action remakes, or where we like see like we should do that actually.
We should do that, honestly,
because we'd have to watch like the original and the live action of all of them. We should watch all of the. No, I would say, how can we do this the least painful way? I was like, we just like front load all the live action remakes and then get to like finish with like the like originals. But I feel like I don't know if I'd like remember everything.
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to do it sequentially. Like you have to do like one,
like
and then,
watch the original, then watch a live action remake.
yeah,
like Mulan.
And then you have your opinion based off of that, and then you can go to the next one. Yeah,
we could do a whole series. Maybe we don't do it all in one episode. Maybe we do like a month or like 2 months. We're like, all right, we're going through all the Disney stuff, like and comparing them. I don't know. Dale's like, I'm retiring.
I just don't. It's just so dumb.
Maybe I'll do it. I'll do solo videos or something.
Well, no. I still want to do it, but like you gotta understand, I'm gonna go in with a bias. I'm letting that be known up front.
All right,
and it's okay. You know, we're human. We have bias. We have our preferences. You know, our opinions. And if the internet's not a place where I can put it, then
Where is?
I'll just send it to Mars with Elon Musk.
All right. Speaking of out of this world ideas, Across the Spider-Verse was next, June 2nd, 2023.
That was a pretty good transition, not gonna lie.
Thank you.
That was actually pretty solid.
You said
one.
Mars, and I was like, oh, I've got something cooking.
But dude, 2020 freaking
wee. Little piggy went wee all the way home.
Dude,
all the way to the market to get some tickets to see Spider-Verse, am I right?
Dude, this movie, it's the best Spider-Man movie ever.
Yeah. Period.
Potentially the best animated movie ever.
Period. I'm trying to think. That's interesting. I feel like I want a little more time to sit with it before I judge it that way. Because I have realized that I'm just such a recency bias, like, sucker. Like, if I see something, I'm like, oh my gosh. But like, I need like, that's why I like these episodes, because I have a chance to like look back and reflect. Because I remember when I like freaking when episode 9 came out for Star Wars, there was like maybe like our 4th podcast. So I think I was just excited to talk about it. And I was like, I remember when we talked about it, I was like, this is classic Star Wars. And now I'm like, I'm an idiot. Like, why did I think that? I think also just my opinions and like how to be critical about movies has evolved.
Has updated? Yeah.
Yeah.
I said like your freaking
software. Yeah, I had like a software update. Yeah, I went from Windows Vista to Windows 10. Windows 7 was the best, man. I don't know where that came from, but I really liked the Windows 7 era. All right, sorry, back to Spider-Verse, back to the tank.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to top it. Like, I seriously don't. But, like, dude, this movie, like, the artistry and craftsmanship, like, deserves all the love. I hope it wins. I think it'll win the Oscar. I hope it does. Like, I don't know what else could. Like, TMNT will probably get nominated.
is close. I do like the art style.
I don't think it's close. I think TMNT is great, but I think Spider-Verse is just, like, a league of its own.
No, I totally agree. But, like, I'm talking about, like, art style
in terms of Oscar. Oh, okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Like, it's both taken from the same strides. But yeah.
All right. Next, we've got Flashpoint. Came out June 16th, 2023. Honestly, it's another DC movie that I completely forgot came out this year. Or The Flash, sorry. I guess it's The Flash.
Yeah, I think why do you bring up, like...
No. Actually, you know what happened? I was copying and pasting this from my, like, most anticipated movies of 2023 for, like, notes from last year. And I think they renamed it since then. Like, I think when I wrote those notes last year, it was called Flashpoint. So, sorry, this is just The Flash. Let me make that a little change.
Good thing they changed it. If they kept it as Flashpoint, that would have been terrible. But
I mean, I don't think the name change really saved it.
Yeah, it didn't really save it either. It was still bad. But like, just like everything regarding like Ezra Miller, and then like just
that was my note I had.
The terrible writing, just the mid acting.
I also kind of get like I have like a post-mortem like ick now with this movie because that's a weird way to phrase it, but like because everything that's happening with the strike with the actors and like using AI to like scan people or like put deceased actors in movies and like kind of what they did with like Christopher Reeve. Like, I don't know. And I like heard somewhere like a rumor that like they might not have like gone about it super like legitimately or like morally about getting his rights or something like that. So like that kind of, I don't know if that's true or like has any merit, but I've heard that and I'm like a little like,
yeah, that's scummy.
Wait, what are we saying for this? 2020?
Oh, poo. 2020 poo.
That's last year.
Sorry.
That's how bad it was. They brought it back a year. You lost a year. 2020 P.
Yeah, honestly, dude.
I'll say 2020 D minus.
I just hate how they explained time travel. You know what I want to do as a side project legitimately?
Legitimate P.
I want to do a map, like a 3D map or something of like the Marvel universe, and then potentially go then out to like the DC universe, and then show like technically the technical term would be a metaverse of that, and then showing other stuff. But like start off with Marvel,
like the timeline or like the universe,
like everything.
Okay, do it.
Do all the comic universes, and then branch over into the movie stuff, and then
do
showing that branch that has the branch that we now see with Yggdrasil, with Loki and all that.
Yeah,
and then
Loki has his own corner. All right, cool. All right, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Elemental came out June 16th, 2023. I actually saw this like
same
2 days ago. I watched it.
I saw it like, did I see it with you?
Well, considering I saw it 2 days ago, no.
Oh yeah, sure. No.
What?
Sorry, my brain's just super slow mode right now. But no, I feel like I watched it with somebody.
Were you with me 2 days ago? That's a little creepy. I thought I was alone in my apartment.
I'm just like over your shoulders. Just like, yeah, what do you think of Ember?
She's hot. That's hot.
But it was good.
It's like not top 10, not even top 15 Pixar in my opinion.
No,
but
it
it's
was
like,
good. It was all right.
but it's still, it has some heart. Like, yeah, it's like Pixar has put out worse.
Let me ask you this.
But like, again, comparing to all like old Pixar stuff, like it's not fantastic.
This or Inside Out?
Inside Out? Easy. You fiend! Hey, you need to rewatch Inside Out and like give it a shot.
Maybe I do.
Give it a shot with someone that has like emotions and like have them explain what's happening to you.
It's just so. Are you saying I don't have emotions?
Yes. Anyone that doesn't appreciate Inside Out is emotionless.
It's so dumb. I just don't like the concept big level, and because of that, again, I'm biased. I admit that, but at the same time, it's just a dumb concept to me.
Oh my gosh.
I can't get past that.
Okay. Well, I say Inside Out is above Elemental, but Elemental's still good. I'd say 2020 B in terms of Pixar movies. Like, it's a good movie, but like I know Pixar can do better.
I was gonna say 2020. Sorry, 23. Jesus, 20.
All of your Inside Out opinions are now like I don't care because you can't speak.
But compared to other Pixar movies,
it's 2020 C.
Yeah, put out a C.
To other Pixar, but compared to just movies, 2020 B. I think Pixar just gets like a bump up, like no matter what, because it's Pixar. But yeah,
but they have that quality.
Right. All right, next June 21st, 2023, we had Secret Invasion.
I still have not seen it.
You need to watch, dude. Come on, I worked on it.
I know.
It's like, It's.
I've heard that it was.
I think it had good elements. I really think that Secret Invasion, like the comic storyline, like should not have been something that was compressed into 6 short episodes. Like I feel like that's something that needs to be like
expanded upon.
Yeah, expanded upon a lot. I feel like I had high hopes and it had good elements, but like it just didn't stick the landing, in my opinion.
How long were the episodes?
A lot of them were like 35 minutes, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Either making a movie if you're compressing it that much, because a lot of it did feel like kind of stretched a bit, or like just make it really long and like actually flesh out the story. I'm gonna say 2020 D, because I worked on it and there's some cool stuff in there I'm really proud of that our company did. So
I'll concur with that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Came out June 30th, 2023.
This was 2020 C.
Was not great in terms of Indiana Jones movies. Yeah, I can agree with that. I think this wasn't great in terms of Indiana Jones movies, but like looking back, I think it's grown on me.
It's still right.
Yeah, like I think, especially for Harrison Ford's age, like this is a pretty good Indiana Jones fun adventure.
Yeah. And it's definitely better than Crystal Skull. Like 100% better than Crystal Skull.
Yeah. It could have been a lot worse considering everything. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. And then, all right, so the next few we have are things that came out during the strike. And I know like a couple weeks ago we did our like rapid fire, like when the strikes ends, all these happen. Like let's rapid fire give our rating. So let's see if that has changed in like a couple weeks. So we had Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 came out July 14th, 2023. I still hate the name. That has not changed for me. Daniel, what about you? You do not look happy.
What did I rate this last time? I think it probably gave it like a C.
You gave it like 2 strikes or something like that, because I think we were doing like a strike rating. Our ratings are wild, off the charts.
Yeah, I stand by that. It's.
I'd say 2020 C minus D plus range.
Yeah, sure.
Because there were fun action elements. Like the action was very good.
It was action.
Okay.
It was cliche-ish action. Jesus.
Cliche-ish action.
But yeah, it was just very cliche at times. I'm just like, okay, now they're doing this, so it's okay.
Ready for some next movie? I can do it. All right. Next was Barbie. Came out July 21st, 2023, and I'll loop in Oppenheimer because it also came out July 21st, 2023.
Both of those
2020
Wees.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling was fantastic in Barbie, dude. Like I laughed out loud so many times.
I was about to say, great as Oppie. I'm like,
in
wait a second.
Oppenheimer. Yeah. And then Oppenheimer, I really liked it. Like, cool biopic.
Dude,
like I love Nolan like jumping around telling a story like non-linearly. Like, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that was very nice. Just the way it was told, the little secret elements story wise here and there.
Yeah.
It was really well done.
Next we've got TMNT Mutant Mayhem, August 4th, 2023.
This
Sucked. Moving on. Just kidding.
I want to say we.
You want to say what?
But
we.
I want to say we, but I feel like we need like a 20. Like we need an A.
That is A. What do you mean? Oh wait, like you say it's not we, it's A? Like below?
Kind of. It's like that's like low we. It's like low like story wise. Like I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. I think
you just were saying like it's the level of
it was great. But no, visually I loved it.
But the story you're saying was a little lacking.
Could have been stronger. I think it was just the pacing.
I agree with that. I think it was great. I think it's tough because I think what's happening and it's tough. I just realized, but I think like because it's so similar style to Spider-Verse. And the story of Spider-Verse is so strong, it's hard not to compare the two. And TMNT was definitely like a slightly weaker story than Spider-Verse, because Spider-Verse is just like on another tier.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna say 2020 Wii. Like, I think the story was fine enough. The ending was a little like, oh, he's now like Mechagodzilla, and like, okay. But like I do like I really like the different spin on TMNT. Like Seth Rogen, I saw in an interview, like really focused on the teenage and mutant side of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whereas like a lot of other iterations focus on the ninja part and turtle part. So I really like that they focus on that other side of it, and it felt like a very fresh spin.
Also, didn't this probably be old news when this comes out, but like the one voice actor, is it for Leo? I think is the same voice actor that does Gumball. Didn't he beat up Dream?
Did he? I don't know. I heard they were beefing. I didn't know it came to anything.
I thought he beat up Dream.
Wow.
like
that's like that feels like that sentence is not real. Like that this is
no, dude,
the guy
I saw
that
this
voices the kid that voices Gumball beat up this Minecraft YouTuber Dream. Like what? I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard they were beefing.
I saw this animation to where it was.
Oh my gosh! I can't even imagine. Of them
in the car, but it's just Gumball up in shotgun, and he's like drunk saying whatever.
Oh my gosh! I think I just found it.
He's like,
okay.
He's like, you are gonna be a particle of sand in the Sahara, like one of the million of the trillion of the billion pieces of sand, and I'll be a gold statue. Okay? And he's just like, it just cuts to Dream just in the back of the car, like, well,
Oh my gosh! All right,
it was yeah.
Moving along from that, I
don't know
what
to
segue that one.
Move from that directly.
Blue Beetle, which I think you still haven't seen, right?
No, I saw it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I think it was like C plus, B minus.
Oh, I was gonna say C minus.
I think we can equal out at C then.
Okay.
So, because it's still a fun movie.
Yeah. What do you think? Because I said my thoughts last time we talked about this. What do you think about it?
It was a fun movie. It was very cliche.
Mm-hmm. The superhero side of it was. I think the family side was like, you could see some stuff coming, but I think it was. Yeah. I could overlook it because it was like a very strong family dynamic.
How they handled it with.
Spoilers.
Like the old Blue Beetle.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, also spoilers I guess, but old Blue Beetle, and then like they go to like his like grotto or whatever, and like find out all the stuff.
The Blue Beetle grotto.
and then the end with.
I want all superhero layers to be named Grotto. Like the bat. It's not the Bat Cave. It's the Bat Grotto.
For when Grogu grows up, it's a Grogu.
Grogu Grotto. Oh, that's so confused. That's so difficult. And also, like he can't. Like he has Yoda speak, so he's like the Grotto Grogu.
Yeah, that'd be something. But no, like
the Green Goblin's Grotto.
Green Arrow's Grotto.
But you were saying Blue Beetle.
Yeah, that's really cool. No, I think it was set up well. It was just very cliche.
Yeah.
The niece. Whatever.
I'm just like fatigued by superhero stuff, and like you said, like what? What'd you say?
She was.
Oh, the love interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. My roommates and I were talking about that a lot on the car ride home because we saw it in theaters. We were like, "Who is she?" I when I was writing this down, I wrote a note down that said like I feel like fatigued by superhero stuff, but then I also said like no, because like TMNT and freaking Spider-Verse like have stronger stories and different animation styles. Like they have innovated on the superhero cliche and it made it interesting to me. And I think the baseline level superhero stuff I'm fatigued of, and I felt like this Blue Beetle was more of like a baseline level superhero thing and did not innovate or like change
That's fair.
the formula.
Which is
at
also
all.
funny to think about too, because like again, like TMNT's like an established thing. Spider-Verse,
Exactly. I think that's why
it's more
TMNT
developed,
like
but
doing something
still.
different, like the fresh spin, is really.
I'm thinking
cool.
of like Invincible.
Yeah, that is on my list. Because
that's still like, I mean, like again, like I know source from the comics, but like I love the take that has on superhero storytelling and like that whole take. And if I'm being honest, like if like you know how much I don't like Superman.
You need to watch The Boys,
like,
dude. I think The Boys is better than Invincible. Like
I can respect that. I still need to watch it, but it's arguable. I will say it's arguable.
okay, you were saying sorry.
But no, my point here is with like again like my tangent going off with this. Like you know how much I don't like Superman, right?
Yeah. Because he's too just like overpowered and just like
he's
no
too
flaws.
OP, and at that he's supposed to like represent hope. And how are you supposed to have hope if you're always
if
winning?
you have
It's
an
just
S on your chest. Yeah. I know.
yeah, but like that's the thing. Like Invincible, right? He has.
Wait,
like,
have you seen the new? Yeah, he's like loses. Have you seen the new Superman show voiced by Jack Quaid? What?
No, he's like a loser. Like he loses. Like he.
No, but have you seen the new Superman show with Jack Quaid? Because like it does feel like a more faithful adaptation
I've seen snippets of it,
to the
and that
Superman
feels
show.
more grounded.
And it's because it's like early days Superman. Like he's losing a bit more, and I think he does. Idolize or kind of represent hope a little better in that. I'm not saying it's perfect. It's still Superman, but like,
yeah,
there are better elements. Like based on what you're saying, it sounds like you might enjoy this iteration of it slightly more.
Interesting.
I think it's on Max if you want to check it out.
Yeah. But no, again, just to finalize my point, it was just like it's interesting to see that you can have a superhero who has like that kind of Superman level abilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
But still is written in a way to one better represent hope because of the challenges that he's facing,
right?
And at the same time, still be very interesting to see how he's having to manage like being somebody with that kind of power. So, it's just like it's not necessarily about the characters. What I'm trying to get at, it's how they're written.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, well, what do you give Invincible? Because that was on my list. We can just skip ahead to that. That started coming out in November this year. I'd say slightly below we, and I think this is just a personal thing. What? Well, no. So I actually have some reasoning behind this. Like I haven't read the comics, so I don't know everything that happens. I'm only about like 4 episodes in, so I also like don't know how they're gonna stick the landing. So like I can't. Like,
I'm talking about season 1 or season 2?
Season 2, the one's coming out right now.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying because there's not more episodes out yet.
Yeah. I think I liked season 1 a little more than season 2 right now, just because it was so fresh and like I didn't know what to expect, and I was like, wow, this is a really fresh like spin on superheroes. And also, I think that, again, this is a personal thing, but when the announcement trailer happened, announced that they were like delaying Invincible season 2, they're like, we have to get the animation like right. And I think a lot of the animation is like fantastic, but there are certain parts of it where like because they said like we have to get the animation like perfect, like I'm really like looking at the animation to see like, oh, was this time well spent? And there are anytime there's like, it seems like there's like a shortcut, or like they just kind of like pan someone like across the screen, or like don't move the background a lot, I'm like, oh, like was that a shortcut they took? And like it just like sticks out to me more, and it kind of takes me out of it. But that it's just a personal thing kind of externally.
Yeah, I didn't really think of that. It also might be different from my perspective too, because like I know what they're setting up, I know what they're, and
yeah,
to be fair, like right now,
is it like in a building phase?
Yeah.
Okay. That might be more of it too, but I think because that's all I have to go off, like that's why I'm putting it slightly lower, because it's not as gripping to me as season 1 was right now.
Yeah. Given how things are going, either like the end of season 2 is going to be crazy, and then season 3 is going to be fucking ridiculous.
Okay. Cool.
So, mark my words.
All right. Mark. Let's go back to the strike stuff. So back to August 22nd, we had Ahsoka come out, which we kind of talked about already. I'm going to say 2020 C, I think.
C?
Like mid.
Yeah.
The creator, I haven't seen it.
We.
Okay.
100%. You need, Jake.
I know.
You need to.
I know.
See
I was very hungover
IMAX.
the day that I was gonna go see it.
Go rent out a theater.
Okay. All right. Next, we have October 5th, 2023. Loki Season 2 started coming out.
Yes.
I'm biased on this one, too, because I worked on it. But I think
But it's
this and
also really
Guardians
freaking good.
3, yeah, are the top 2 Marvel things did this year by far, excluding, like,
Yeah.
Spider-Verse. I'm saying, like, Disney Marvel.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 2020 Wii for that.
Agreed.
All right, what about Five Nights at Freddy's, FNAF?
2020 B
I'm gonna
minus.
say B plus, Wii minus, maybe.
So we'll conform at B.
Okay.
It was an okay film. They changed things from the original lore. Like, I guess made sense for what they're trying to
still
do,
really liked
but also
it.
didn't.
I don't know too much about the lore, so maybe. I mean, yeah, you said you were like, I don't know much about the lore.
Yeah,
And last episode went to like a 20-minute speech about the lore behind it, and now you're like an expert. So like, I don't know what to trust with you anymore about FNAF.
Uh-oh.
Daniel's just perpetually out of focus now. Even your camera's like, I can't look at this idiot.
Dude, it was just, oh my god, it was all right.
All right. We'll say B. Well, actually, no. We can have different opinions. Like we've had different opinions.
Jake, we
before.
always
Why do
say
we
that, but we always conform to a consensus.
No, we didn't. We
always
didn't do that. Like in one of our, I remember one of the earlier
In
ones.
one. How many
Okay.
things have we ranked,
This is
Jake? How
2.
many things have we ranked?
All right. Next, we're going to the Marvels, November 10th, 2023. I'm gonna say 2020 C.
C. Yeah.
It wasn't bad. There were good elements. Miss Marvel carried. Her back hurts from carrying.
Miss Marvel? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what am I saying? I was like, yeah, I was like, in my mind, I was like, yeah, they're all Marvel. Like,
What did you?
which one
You
trying
thought I
to
was
say?
talking about?
And
Yeah,
I
Miss
was like, wait, no,
Marvel.
you said
Yeah,
Miss.
idiot. Yes,
Yeah.
idiot. Miss Marvel. Daniel just had this most condescending look that realized he was wrong, and it was the most joyous moment I think in podcast history. No, I was kidding. All right. So, anything else about
You
Miss
gotta
Marvel?
move on from that. You're just like, man, I had my moment.
I did. I peeked. All right. Next, we have Hunger Games: Battle of the Songbirds, the Hunger Games prequel.
That came out this year?
Came out like last weekend for us
Oh,
recording.
that's probably why I haven't seen it.
Thanksgiving. It's freaking 3 hours. It's like 2 hours 50 minutes.
you
something
seen
like
it?
that. No, because it's 3 hours.
Oh.
I was gonna go when I came back from Yosemite. I just went on a trip to Yosemite, which is why maybe the camera looks different because I changed some settings around when I was taking pictures. But I saw I would like pull up my AMC app and it was like I saw it was 3 hours and I was like, I have
No.
no
You're
desire
like, I'm not
to
committing
do
to
this.
that.
After camping and sleeping in the woods for 2 days, I was like, no thanks. Yeah, so I guess we'll just like leave that as is. And then there's 2 more I want to talk about. Actually, 3 more that 2 more that have not come out as of time of recording, but I want to talk about. And then another one that has come out that's just kind of a joke. That's Trolls 3. I think the best thing that came out this year. It's a popular franchise. All right. Next, we just skip over that. We have Wonka comes out December 15th, 2023.
Wonka.
So it came out a week ago as of
curiously-
recording, or as of release. It hasn't since at the time of recording.
I don't want to say I'm not excited for it. I guess I could just say I'm curious about it. I'm very
curious.
interested to see how it's gonna do.
Yeah, the first trailer like really threw me off. Like I feel like Timothée Chalamet didn't do a good job in some of the line readings I was hearing, and like Hugh Grant is an Oompa Loompa. Like I was excited to like see like kind of the darker origins of Willy Wonka, and this seems like it wasn't the film for that. But the second trailer, like I kind of settled into it more, and I'm like a little more excited. But I don't know. I feel it has potential, so curious.
Do you think his dad's gonna be a dentist?
Oh,
He
maybe
can't do
Christopher Lee. Maybe look at bring him back with AI or something. I don't know. Maybe what if his dad is Hermie the elf, and that's how he gets in touch with the Oompa Loompas because he's part like elf. I don't know.
He's part elf. Yeah.
I wonder who Hermie would have had to, who the other person was, so that like Willy Wonka averages out to like average height. Like would Hermie have to impregnate like a really tall lady or something? You know what I mean?
Norwegian. That'd make it easy,
the
actually.
genetics.
If
Maybe,
you think about it, like Norwegians, they're pretty tall, right?
Yeah,
So, like,
Hermie impregnates Wonder Woman, and Timothée Chalamet pops out. I think that's the only explanation.
sure.
All right. Next, we've got Aquaman 2. I'm just like not excited about this, dude.
I'd rather watch Inside Out.
Oh, that. I mean, me too, but like that's not any comparison for me. I'm just like not excited because like DC doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's moved on so far away from this universe already, and it feels like why is this happening now?
They just need they need to just harsh stop and just freaking set. Just reset.
Yeah.
Done before, do it again.
When does it comes out? December 22nd, 2023. Aquaman 2. Okay.
And what they need to do is just do what they did with the animated universe. Just do that again, but live action. How hard is that?
All right, Daniel, that is everything for 2023. I do want to point out that Sesame Street has been delayed again.
Damn.
It's now, but it is not canceled. Like on IMDb, it now says 2024. And I saw an interview from January of this year, 2023, where Anne Hathaway, someone asked her about it, and she was like, "Oh, I'm still really excited to do it." Like she seems really interested and excited. She just doesn't know like when it's happening, but there's hope, is what I'm hearing.
Queen.
Yeah. And we'll talk about next week. We're doing an episode on most anticipated movies and shows of 2024. So we can talk about some of the projects that got delayed. Spoiler, or like, I guess, little precursor to that. We'll talk about Toon, Kraven the Hunter, Sesame Street, and Legally Blonde 3. Again, it's been delayed indefinitely.
Interesting.
Those are like Sesame Street and Legally Blonde have been on each episode we've done this for, and this is our like third year doing it, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still standing.
Imagine how crazy it'd be if Legally Blonde 3 just like dropped, like released like before this podcast came out. Like that'd be wild. Just like
that
out
would
of
be
the blue.
crazy, dude.
All right. What is your favorite movie from this year?
Are we saying just movie or movie and show?
Just movie, and then we'll do show.
Okay. Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Wow.
Easy.
Okay. Besides Spider-Verse, because I knew that was gonna be. That's also my answer.
Honestly, probably The Creator.
Okay.
The Creator was amazing. Just the way it was filmed, the technique, the world building.
That'd probably be mine if I had seen it.
It probably would be.
Because I haven't seen it, I'm gonna say either D&D or Threed. I really liked both of those.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, favorite TV show, TV /
Loki.
Oh, frig! I forgot about Loki. Yeah, probably Loki then.
What were you gonna say?
I had Gen V on here. Is like the boys spinoff. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I also had The Witcher season 3, but I haven't finished it, so I didn't include it. And then maybe The Last of Us. I think either Loki or The Last of Us for me.
Yeah, and the reason why I'm putting Loki above Invincible right now is because, like, again, I know what happens with Invincible, whereas with Loki is something new, something different, and it also cleared up a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Like multiverse-wise.
Yeah.
With the MCU. So I think it's carrying its weight. It's honestly carrying the weight of the MCU right now, which it shouldn't be having to do, but it is. So
yeah,
congrats to that team.
Congrats, Loki. Thanks, man. I was on that team.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said that.
Yeah, thank you. All right. So overall, answer the question. That's the title of this podcast. Was this a good or bad year for movies and TV? It's a good year. Worst year.
I think it was honestly a good year. It was weird with the strikes and all that stuff. It wasn't amazing year, but it was good. You had a lot of hits when it came to like TVs and shows. But at the same time, you're flooded with a lot of bad stuff. Yeah,
I feel like I was more critical of items this year than I was last year, but I don't know if it's because I'm just getting more critical and like cynical about things, or
you're just getting dark, Jake. You're in dark Jake mode.
Yeah, as I sit here in my Christmas hat, I'm dark Jake. I don't know if it actually was like just like worse stuff coming out. Like I think I'm just fatigued from Marvel and superhero stuff in general. And I think that's because that's what we mainly talk about. That is like diminishing. My opinion of that is like diminishing. But the other stuff, like other movies that are like refreshing, I think are still standing out for me. So maybe just like my palette is changing. It's not like necessarily bad, you know?
Yeah.
It's my change era. My working on myself.
I think I'm pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I do the same. I feel the same. I have small brain, so like I'll forget things every now and then. And then but at the end of the day, I might not remember what I judged something before in the past. but
Yeah.
I'll know that I judged it the same way that I would have judged it now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one thing I've noticed about you. You are like stick to your
consistent.
guns, inconsistent. Yeah. And you also tell it how it is, which I do appreciate.
Yeah.
All right. Please leave a comment about what we forgot. John Wick 4, I know we didn't talk about, or Talk to Me.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see either of those, so. All right.
Really?
No. You ready for patron shoutouts?
Yeah. Hit me with them.
Cue the Epic Stars music. Booshka, patron Lori, Frank, Rick, Lisa, Evan, Tony. Thank you so much for pledging the tier. Thank you to see the shout out. If you'd like to support us over on Patreon, look us down in the description. You get the audio episode early, special benefits, cool perks, all that jazz and more. Thank you seriously, sincerely to our patron supporters. We really do appreciate you. Ready for cool comments?
Yeah. What we got this time?
So on our When Is It Acceptable to Start Celebrating the Holidays episode, Marcus Bennett commented, yes sir, all one word. I think because we had posted again, or maybe it just agreed with our idea of the holidays. I don't know whose, because we had like 4 different opinions.
It could be wrong. I don't know. But
well, it's now Christmas Day, Daniel, so everyone hopefully is celebrating. I hope everyone has a good time with your families and stuff. But on the note, are you ready for the introduction?
yeah, man. Tell me when.
When?
We just talk about what we want to talk about. Now we're done.
Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. This is the last podcast of the year, because next Monday is January 1st, and we'll be coming back with, what's it called? The most anticipated movies and TV shows of 2024. So subscribe, stay tuned for that. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone. Hope you have a great time. Thanks for tuning in.
All said.
Goodbye.
Peace out.